Hey, Star News is always covering politics going on across the Star News region. Rockingham County is a hot spot right now. And of course, we've got 6 Republicans vying in this primary race. And I think it's only 3 seats. Is that right, Mark?
Only 3 seats, and there are actually 7 candidates.
Okay. 7 candidates. See, there you go. I love when the candidates get me right. Mark Richardson joins us. How long have you been a commissioner?
I've served for 11 years plus a few months, and of course I'm seeking to serve another 4-year term.
Right. Have you enjoyed it?
I absolutely have enjoyed it. I've met so many wonderful people, done some wonderful things, got to know my county much better than I ever thought possible.
Right.
And I didn't realize I was missing so much until this position brought me in contact with the people and the places.
All right. Well, tell me what you think your biggest accomplishment has been in these 11 years.
Well, my accomplishment, or the thing that I'm most considerate of, is like everything done with the help of the other commissioners, and that's a program called Rockingham that's providing educational and job preparation opportunities for apprentices in particular through the consolidation of efforts from our school system and from our community college, as well as the commissioners' impact on financing and getting employers to support this program.
Well, one thing I know about Rockingham County, it seems to be strong Republican, strong conservative, and you told me a little bit earlier today that it wasn't always that way.
No, that's quite a change from when I was first elected, but from the time for the last 12 years, I would say the county is increasingly Republican. Mm-hmm. It's always been conservative, mm-hmm. but now party alignment is primarily Republican.
Right. Sheriff Sam Page has got a strong rules on crime and so forth. Do you support Sam Page and the local law enforcement?
Well, I support whoever our law enforcement is, and we have several folks in the municipalities and through the highway patrol and the judicial system. I support all of them. I think all of our commissioners do, and Sam has done an admirable job in most areas, and we've looked for opportunities to support him through his tenure.
All right. A lot of seniors in Rockingham County, and they have, they're telling me with all of the inflation and everything going on, they don't need any more high taxes and so forth. What are you going to do to make sure that those people are heard?
Well, we don't want them hurt. We want them
heard. I want to make sure they're heard. How are you going to? Because that's what they've been telling me. They can't take any more high taxing and so forth.
Well, I are one of those seniors, okay. And
right.
I listen to these folks very intently. Mm-hmm. In fact, I think all of our commissioners are good listeners on this. But we do have a high percentage of senior citizens, and most, if not at least many senior citizens, are on fixed income. And any time that we can make the cost of the living go down, and one of those ways is to reduce property taxes, because a lot of seniors have property that is not producing money but still has high tax obligation. Mm-hmm. So when we get the opportunity with additional monies coming to the counties, I'd like to see a significant portion of that go towards reducing property taxes.
Right. All right. One thing, there's a documentary coming out that's going to be featured at RCC. And it brings out this, they actually call it a crisis with child care in Rockingham County. I think 4 of these child care centers have closed. And let me ask you, as a commissioner, what do you think can be done from y'all's standpoint on helping this issue?
Well, first of all, I think that's a valid concern, and it is a great concern. And talking to employers, and I spend a lot of time talking to employers, right. This has become their number one impasse towards getting quality employees, is having to deal with child care requirements. I think we can encourage those existing facilities as best we can. We may need to supplement them, subsidize them in certain ways mm-hmm. financially, but we certainly need to encourage the employers to provide child care as a perk, and we need to develop programs where young people, particularly young people that might aspire to be teachers, mm-hmm. can start their career in child care, and we can provide them payments as well as supplements while they're in school learning this trade. In any event, all of us need to support child care and do everything we can to encourage it.
All right. Do you think government ought to help from a financial standpoint?
I think there are certain ways that they should now, and I can tell you one way that at the state level they're looking at potential preschool, which would take care of 4-year-olds, and we don't have that now. I don't know. I don't think that's going to come to pass immediately, but it's certainly something that we should look at, because in terms of improving student performance, adding preschool for all of our youngsters is the low-hanging fruit.
All right, I want you to look at the camera real quick. This is what we call a cheap plug. March 5th is the big day for the big boat, and I think it's big boating going all over the country that day. But March 5th is the last day to vote, and so tell them why they should vote for Mark.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate the opportunity to tell you this. I think you ought to vote for me because I am listening to you. May not always do exactly what you want, citizens, but I'm listening to you, and I've got plenty of evidence of that. And in addition to listening to you, I'm going to apply my efforts with all the integrity and expertise that I can, and bring in the experts when I fall short in those particular areas of expertise.
All right. Thanks so much. Mark Richardson, Republican candidate. I understand there's 7 candidates. Am I right, Mark? 7 folks running. So I'm telling you what, I always tell people, if you don't vote, you have no complaints. So go out and do your constitutional right and vote. Go do it. I understand these primaries, not everybody shows up. So you need to take time. They have early voting going on as well. So don't just check out all the places you need to go. To early vote, you do it in the county. What do you early vote?
Well, you can vote in Wentworth.
Okay.
You can vote at the library in Madison,
Okay.
library in Eden, or you can vote at Zion Church in Reidsville.
So 4 places.
4 places.
4 places to early vote. All right, folks, you're watching Star News.